Hello, welcome back to Sapling Tarot, and welcome to a bit of a random bonus video. This Kickstarter deck arrived this week and I'm just so blown away by the execution of it that I really wanted to just cobble together a quick video showing it to you. Links and information about the creator and everything will be below. Let's jump straight into the deck. This is the Embodied Ecosystems Tarot and Oracle deck by Rachel Amber. Show you the back. It is just every part of this is executed so beautifully. I have opened it. It's not like a total first impressions. But I just wanted to show you all of the ins and outs of it. I usually like put away big boxes like this, but I wanted to show you the whole kit and caboodle. This is just the paper belly band that the cards came in. So this is the deck. They are square cards. I'll just pop the guidebook to one side for a minute, but also look at this chunky guy. Are you not just like thrilled and excited to see a guidebook that's beefy? Yeah, I'll pop you off to one side. I will show you the cards. I'll show you the box first. So this is like the inner box. This is what I'll like keep the cards in my little storage system. Shall I will, am I going to zoom you in? I don't think I am. So as you can probably guess from the whole Embodied Ecosystems thing, it's all very nature inspired. It does fit the tarot system kind of. But it does a lot of its own thing. Oh, I just love the illustration style so much. And yeah, so I'll show you some of the cards. So you'll notice that it does slightly loosely follow like the Smith-Waite tradition, but there's like, it's really got its own perspective, its own voice. We're gonna struggle with that. The colours are just gorgeous. These really rich kind of earthy colours. I don't think they're showing up particularly well on camera because I'm having to rely a little bit on artificial lighting because it is a grey old day here in Scotland. But yeah, so we've got some like little astrological glyphs, and then we've got this kind of colour spectrum thing happening, so I'll try and keep them sort of flowing so that you can see. Oh no, maybe the colours aren't supposed to flow, but I don't know. I thought these ones certainly did. I'll just start from the beginning again. But I love these, like, I don't know, I suppose they're like verbs. Not all of them. Oh, I suppose seed could be a verb. To seed something. To embark. Okay, we've run out of verbs. I love this. Like, I just feel the phrase "ooh, good stretch" in that. I love an owl for a hermit. The art style kind of reminds me of like a kind of sketchier, piecier version of the Gentle Tarot. I think the colour palette speaks to that as well. Oh, I love that. the little figs. Beautiful. Some really nice keywords. So yeah, so it's sticking with a tarot system, but it's also, yes, I love a salamander for temperance. Yes. That's so angry. I think this is going to be a video of lots of like half thoughts and then distracting myself, so I apologise for that. But yeah, I think the keywords are really lovely. They're not like necessarily the keywords that I associate with the major arcana. So like remembrance for the moon is a new one for me. Reunion, that's lovely. Oh, revelation, look at it. And then there's some extra mages, which I think are just stunning. Love that idea of just being so totally rooted. So we've got interconnection and interdependence. That's like a nice bit of nuance there, isn't it? Like the difference. But so many similarities. I love all the kind of the rain motifs. Oof. Liberation. What's that, like an egg cell? Very cool. Looks like something under a magnifying glass. So yeah, so that is all your mages, and there is a kind of a colour gradient happening between them. Maybe not like as much as I thought there was, but oh, look at the rainbows on the feathers. Oh, so good. I just think like, I love the tarot system. Oh, I fucked it. Where do you live? Yeah, okay. I love the tarot system, obviously. That's kind of how we will end up here. But I really love something that kind of messes with the system a bit. Not so much as to break it or be something that's kind of like annoyingly, this isn't a tarot deck. But I do like it when people kind of put their own perspectives on it, and I think this is beautiful. And also as a Gemini in Gemini season, I will take the hummingbird. I will take reciprocate. That's I wrote a whole thing, actually made a whole video like essay thing about tarot and mutual aid, and then reworked it as an essay that I submitted to a magazine and stuff, and talking about like sixes in tarot and reciprocity. I'll put it on my Substack if nothing comes of the submission, in case you want to read my slightly garbled thoughts about it. So then we've got the fire suit, so this will be your wands, the element of transformation, which I think is such an interesting word for the wands suit. Not a word I would usually use. I was watching a Moonflower Moments video this morning, and Kate was talking about wands being about like spirituality to her, and I thought that was really cool. And so yeah, I think I need to spend some more time with the wand suit and figuring out how I feel about them and like what my keywords would be, I suppose. But I really like this, and I love these warm oranges. It's got element, duality, synergy, root, potential. So we're kind of in like a bit of a numerology mood, of kind of the symbolism of the numbers. I think it deviates from, it deviates from all sorts of things, but it deviates from a lot of kind of typical numerology. Each of the suits has a sense associated with it. And so these are all about like the eyes, and I think that's very cool. There's like a choice. I haven't like felt my way through the choice that's been made about the senses and the colours I suppose make sense. My god, how many times am I going to say sense? And the numerology choices and stuff, I just know that I like it. You know, vibes wise, I'm here with it. So we've got vessel for pages, and then we've got these little elemental symbols at the top. So you've got like earth and fire, so that'll be your page is the vessel. And then we've got the knight is the navigator, which I love. The difference with this deck to my like personal gnosis is that I see the knights as fire. So this would be fire of fire in like my brain, but in this deck it is air of fire. And then we've got teacher for queens. Oh, I love all the rain. We've like not had any rain here for over a month, which I live in Scotland, so that is wild. And we finally had some rain the last couple of days, so all this rain symbolism and imagery is really making me very happy. So we've got teacher and then conduit. Fire of fire for the emperor. I love that kind of connection. Oh, gorgeous. So I think all of these like keywords are replicated throughout the deck, throughout the suits. So like one being, so the aces being the element of, twos being duality of, but then each has its own, so each suit has its own like, I don't know, keyword feels too loose. I am totally fucking up the order of those cards, but that's fine. So this one we're going to get a little bit busy with the background, I'm afraid. Like colour wise it might get a little bit lost, but we're into the element of fluidity. Oh, these colours are so good. Duality of fluidity. It's a little bit word salad, I suppose. Synergy of fluidity. I think I've spent too much time around like marketing speak that the word synergy has just lost all meaning to me. Root of fluidity is so gorgeous. Potential of fluidity. Fives of potential is really fun. It's really interesting. Guidance of fluidity. I wonder if the guidebook tells you what those plants are. Pursuit. Dynamics. Oh, it's beautiful. Abundance. Realization. Vessel, which I think is a stunning image. Oh, navigator. It reminds me if there's that, it's like the big blue earth oracle or tarot or something. Teacher, gorgeous. Conduit. Oh, they're so evocative. I think it's probably the like not to turn this into a drinking game word. I think these are just beautiful images. I'm sure that's like no surprise that visually I find these very pleasing, as like the table can show that these are very much my colours. But I love the flow through the suits. And then like, so the similarities across the suits as well. Oh, it's so clever. It's been like thought through so well. Okay, when I unboxed this the first time, I did get a little bit confused about the blues and the purples because they're a little bit similar. But yeah, so we're into the the nasal suit, the awareness suit of air. I like these kind of stormy purples. Pursuit for sevens feels really good. Lots of lungs, lots of brains. Vessel of awareness. This is really different. Oh no, I do see the body. I was going to say I don't see it like a body in this one, but now I see it now. It's quite Atlas, like with all of it on the person's back. It's quite watery. Oof. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. I like those. Yeah, so that's the air suit, or the awareness suit. I love the use of colour. I'm such a sucker for it. I'm sure you've heard me talk about decks before, you probably already know this about me. But yeah, the colours are just so pleasing. Like gradient between them. And so then we're into the element of stability, which I think was the suit that was on the top of the deck when I opened it, and I just put them back in this order out of habit. So we've got the element of stability with the little bees. Love them. And these browns and greens are so good and like feel like kind of the colour palette of the deck, really. So this feels like kind of the most important suit, maybe. Oh, beautiful. So this is all like feet and hands. Feels quite kind of muggle with its little fingers. That's so satisfying. Bringing some water to the landscape. Realisation is such a nice word for tens as well. Oh look, that's how I feel so much of the time. I have like no earth in my chart, but this is what I feel like quite often. Oh, that's another big stretch. Navigator of stability, teacher of stability, yes. So expansive, so delightful. Conduit of stability. Beautiful. Yeah, and then there's this final card which has like kind of, I suppose, like the ecology of it, like how everything is connected. Oh, very pleasing, very satisfying. What's interesting that instead of fire they have light. Feel, allow, respond and ground. Oh, it's just, you know, like in a world that is alarmingly full of tarot decks that have such a great like concept in theory and then you get them in your hand or you see like a walkthrough of it and you just go like you've like missed how great that could have been. It's just such a joy or like things that are sort of like essentially clones, or things that are just kind of like pretty, and like, you know, there is a space for all of these things. It's just particularly satisfying, I think, when an idea is realised in such a kind of full and satisfying and compelling way. So I'll have a little look at the guidebook, and then I think I'm gonna shuffle it all up. I'll maybe do like a little bit of a deck introduction spread. You've got the Embodied Ecosystems guidebook. Like I was pointing out at the beginning, what a chunky babe. I have this quote in my commonplace book, so it was really, it was quite like touching to see it just being like one of the first things in the book. And just very cool. There's a few quotes that I recognised, and that just made me feel very like settled into it. There's all of this like extra stuff, and then it's, yeah, like things that you can use tarot for, things that maybe you need to use tarot with in like as part of something, so like with other care, with other support and stuff. I just think it's so considered and so thoughtful. I'm just gushing. I haven't even read the damn deck yet, but I'm just thrilled, you know. So yeah, I thought this was interesting that the creator thought to mention about the font choice, because I will admit, when I first saw the box, I was like, I can't read that. And so I understand what they're getting at, in that it's a little bit harder. I do wonder for people either with like visual impairments or things like dyslexia and stuff, if that's just like a little bit too arty, but I take the point. Yeah, I thought it was interesting that it had like the stuff about the lineage of tarot and talking about like the Romany people. It does talk about Pamela Coleman Smith being a woman of colour, which I think is not true. I think, isn't there that awful thing where like we think that she's a woman of colour because there's like pictures of her dressed up and like she's like blackfishing and stuff. Ugh. But yeah, nice to talk about the lineage, particularly like Romany and Traveller people, and like the impact that they've had on tarot as a system and a practice and stuff. Stuff like the climate. Oh yeah, the creator like made a whole kind of guided practice thing. I think it was out of my budget for when I was doing the Kickstarter. But a beautiful resource to have been made. Got a little invocation. When I tap into my embodied ecosystems, I am rooted and resourced by a deep remembrance. I'm reminded of this supportive stability cradled within ever-changing fluidity, endlessly inspiring transformation, carrying us into deeper interconnection. I honour all that time and space cannot preserve nor erase. Despite our uncertainty, without a timeline or guarantee for the earth, nor you and me, I honour and choose how I want to live and be. I touch the stability of this physicality, of these bones and branches, this soil and skin, all that roots us beneath and within. I feel the fluidity of this form, of these vital organs and watersheds, these veins and rivers, this heart and womb of the sea, all the ways we relate and reciprocate. I see the transformation of this creation, of this light and sight, this inspiration and illumination, all that is in constant change and collaboration. I hear the awareness of this consciousness, of this breath and wind, this weather and nervous systems, all the ways we connect and communicate. I embody the centre, the intersections and interconnections of matter and spirit, all the in-between, seen and unseen of this wholeness. Oh, so gorgeous. So gorgeous. You know that thing when, like, I don't know, you get a deck, a resource, a tool into your hands, and you just can feel the way that it's going to impact your practice and your life in such a kind of profound way. Well, let's see if there's a spread that we can do. There's some nice 2-card spreads. I want something a bit beefier. Do we have like an introduction? Oh god, there's some really good things. These are questions I need to ask myself. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Got up to 9 cards. Sensory solidarity. Oh, this is so good. Okay, how can I best show up for this situation? What needs the most attention? What is a distortion or distraction? What do I need to accept? Those are some great things that I could do with asking myself like all the time. Collective liberation spread. Speaking my language. Oh, what I need and what I can offer. What my loved one needs, what I can offer. What my community needs, what I can offer. What the collective needs, what I can offer. What the earth needs, what I can offer, and how spirit can support. Ooh, that's so juicy and so good. I just want to like run away and do that now. But yeah, gorgeous guidebook. I guess what I'll do is I will shuffle the cards and then we'll like have a look at some entries, pull some cards, do that kind of thing. A fun little insight into how I shuffle a deck for the first time. I'll often do it into like 7 or 9 piles, and then I just keep shuffling until, or keep, I don't know, how would you say that? I keep putting them into piles until it feels like I can stop. I suppose while we're here, a note on cardstock. We've got this really lovely, I don't know, it's kind of hard to see, like matte soil colour, kind of dark brown. It is already sort of like a little bit chippy, and like that was before I'd even like really touched it. It's not like too sticky. It wasn't like, nothing was clumped or stuck together when I got it. They don't like super slide off each other, but I know that some people don't like them to be super slippy. There's a wee bit of friction between them. So yeah, so I will just, now that I've got them a bit mixed up, I will do a wee bit of an overhand, there we go, shuffle until someone decides to pop out. There we go. Okay, so our card is Duality of Transformation. I do feel like because of all the systems in this deck that a single card pull probably doesn't do anyone any justice. But nonetheless, I will read from the guide. Okay, so every card has a lovely 2-page spread. Do we get more from the mages? Oh, look at them all laid out like that. How delicious. I knew there was some numerological stuff going on. Oh, we got the mages at the back. Yeah, so we've got 2 pages per card. So our card, the Duality of Transformation. Hope you can read that, but I'm going to read it to you anyway. So we've got a little affirmation. I co-create and imagine with choice and inspiration. When we open up and reach out, what sort of co-creation is possible? What is the tiniest step towards transformation that I can take today? What illuminates when I allow space for imagination? As an invitation, spending some time gazing at a candle or a video of one if your living situation doesn't allow it. Let your gaze rest and soften into the flame. Let your vision arise. I've been doing so much of that this year. Like, I've been trying to have a slightly more robust meditation, mindfulness, monotasking practice, if that is the right word. And so, yeah, just sitting and looking at a candle for a while has been helping me do that. And so then we've got all of these lovely little sentences. To be present within duality is to acknowledge the origins and the destinations simultaneously whilst fully awakening to the journey. I like that because it is reminiscent of a Smith-Waite, 2 of Wands, and yet it's also kind of its own thing. We recognise that nothing was ever truly created only from within or without. We honour the seen and unseen, the inner and outer. The known and unknown, there is no clear separation between the two, yet we acknowledge the distance we often feel from one or the other. Where do they meet? What reflection does duality allow? How do they interact? What can complement and reciprocate? And that word again, reciprocity. It's following me around. The potential of creative choice is always present if we use both our vision and imagination. The duality between reality and our desires is only an illusion that takes recognition and time. Not in a blink of the eye, but in a continual gaze in line with the horizon, may we create the reality we wish to see and feel. Welcome to the wonders of this way of seeing. We are not here to transcend reality, nor to ignore what cannot be proven. We are grounded in the substance of materiality, sparking from this flammable spirit, reconnecting with our energetic existence and the layers of support beyond what we can see. May we reclaim our relationship to inspiration and imagination. We don't need to see visuals to perceive, sense, and believe in our creative dreams. May we feel into the warmth, the illumination, the inner wisdom that guides us towards the horizon. Let the doubts, the questions of how, the opinions of others melt away, even if just for at this moment. Just keep focusing on that feeling, keep peering into that perception that is waiting patiently for you and witness it. Waiting patiently for you to witness it. Can it be enough to witness for now and act later? Oof. Ooh, it's like, it's so 2 of Wands and yet not. And I'm just going to keep saying that over and over again. I hope you don't mind me just reading to you. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I'm like so tempted to jump onto Instagram and start like asking people if they want me to pull cards for them. I really didn't think that this would be a 1-card pull deck, but with this guidebook, fuck me. Oh, it's so lovely that it's got like animals. Meditate on the spirit of the frog. So happy to do that. Oh, it's so well thought out. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up because otherwise I'm just gonna sit here and gush. I'm thrilled. Don't you love it? When like, you know, 'cause, you know, paying money for a Kickstarter is a gamble, and I am not a person with many means, so when I do back a Kickstarter or something like that, I know that it's putting money towards a creative project. You're not actually like buying a product or something, but you've got to really hope that it pays off in some way, shape or form. At least that's how I feel about it. So yeah, this has been a ramble. I hope you enjoyed it. Did you catch this Kickstarter? What do you think? I would love to know all of your thoughts. If you liked the video, you could give it a like. You could even consider subscribing. This isn't what I often do. I don't do many kind of deck reviews or walkthroughs or flip throughs. I was just really excited about this one. I basically just wanted to show people. Links are below to my coffee and my website if you would like to book a tarot reading. It probably won't be with this deck because I feel like I need to get to grips with its voice and point of view a little bit more. But I do offer readings both digitally, like video call face-to-face, and written ones. And yeah, but above all, I hope you're taking really good care of yourself and that you're doing all right, all things considered. and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!